Hey everyone, welcome to Business English Podcast. I'm Mia.
And I'm Alex. In today's episode, we're going through several short, everyday workplace conversations back to back, the kind you might have 5 times a day without even thinking about it.
It's about giving a quick update, sitting through a team meeting, asking a coworker for help, giving or receiving a little feedback, letting someone know you'll be out. They all add up to most of your actual workday English.
For each one, we'll hear a short, natural exchange, then break down exactly what makes it work, so you can borrow the language directly.
Before we get into it, quick favor, if you're finding these episodes useful, hit subscribe. It genuinely helps more people find the podcast, and it means we get to keep making more of these for you.
All right, let's get into the first one.
Situation 1. Giving a quick progress update. This happens constantly when you overchat, in the hallway, at the start of a meeting. Someone just wants to know where things stand. Hi Alex, how's the report coming along?
Hi, I'm almost done. I just need to check a few numbers before I send them over.
Great. Can you send it to me by 3?
No problem. I'll make sure it's on your desk by then. Let's pull that apart. The update itself is only one short sentence. I'm almost done. I just need to check a few numbers. We can see his no apology, no long explanation. He just responds honestly and with a specific snapshot.
Almost done is doing a lot of work there. It's more useful than a vague, I'm working on it, because it actually tells the other person how close you are.
And just need to check a few numbers adds one concrete detail so the person asking knows exactly what's left, not just that something's left.
When I ask for a deadline, Alex's response isn't just, okay, it's, no problem, I'll make sure it's on your desk by then. That repeats the commitment back, clearly builds trust fast.
A simple pattern for this whole exchange, I'm blank, just need to blank. Then when given a deadline, no problem, I'll make sure it's blank by then. Swap in your own task and time.
And if you're genuinely behind, the same honesty still works, just adjust it. I'm a bit behind, but I'll have it to you by 4 instead of 3. Still calm and specific.
Let's hear one more version of this time when someone's checking in on a task that's been going on for a few days, not just a quick same-day thing.
Hey, how's the client presentation coming along? We've got the meeting Thursday.
Good progress. I've got the slides drafted. Just working on the numbers section now. Should be ready for review by tomorrow afternoon.
Perfect. That gives us time to make any last tweaks before Thursday.
See how specific just working on the numbers section now is, compared to something vague like still working on it. It tells Mia exactly which part is left.
And giving a review deadline ready for review by tomorrow afternoon, instead of just soon, lets the other person plan around it properly.
Situation 2. Speaking up in a team meeting. This one trips up a lot of learners, knowing how to jump in without interrupting rudely, or how to disagree without sounding harsh.
So, that's where we landed on the timeline. Any thoughts before we move on?
Actually, can I add something here?
Of course, go ahead.
I think the timeline's a bit tight for QA. Maybe we push the launch back 2 days, just to be safe.
That's a fair point. Let's go with that.
Can I add something here? Is such a clean way to jump into a meeting. Polite, direct, and it works whether you're the newest person in the room or the most senior.
Alex didn't just say no to the timeline either. I think the timeline's a bit tight, softens the disagreement, while still being completely clear about the actual concern.
And ending with a concrete suggestion, maybe we push the launch back 2 days, gives the group something specific to react to, instead of just raising a vague worry and leaving it there.
A useful pattern here. I think blank might be a bit blank. Maybe we could blank instead. Concern plus a solution. In one breath.
And if you disagree more strongly, you can still keep it soft. I see it a bit differently, actually. Here's my concern. Still respectful, still honest.
One more meeting moment worth covering. Agreeing with someone but adding your own angle, instead of just repeating what they said.
I think we should prioritize the mobile version first.
Totally agree, and building on that, maybe we test it with a smaller group before the full rollout.
Good addition. Let's do both.
Building on that is such a useful phrase. It lets you agree while still adding something, instead of just saying, yeah, same, and contributing nothing new.
It also makes you sound collaborative, rather than just going along with whatever's said, which matters a lot for how people see your contributions over time.
One more small phrase worth knowing for meetings. When you genuinely need more time before deciding on something.
Any strong feelings on the two vendor options?
Honestly, I'd like to sit with it for a day before deciding, if that's all right.
Sure, no problem. Let's revisit tomorrow.
Sit with it is a lovely phrase. It means you want time to think something over properly before committing. Much more natural than, I need to consider the options further.
And it's a completely acceptable answer in a meeting. You don't always need an instant opinion. Saying so clearly beats giving a rushed, half-formed one just to fill the silence.
Situation 3. Asking a coworker for help. Some learners hesitate here because asking feels like admitting weakness, but in most offices it's just normal everyday communication.
Hey, do you have a second? I'm stuck on something in this spreadsheet.
Sure, what's going on?
I can't figure out why this formula keeps giving me an error. Would you mind taking a quick look?
Not at all. Send it over. I'll check it now.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Do you have a second? Is a great low-pressure way to open. It signals this won't take long, which makes people more willing to say yes right away.
And would you mind taking a quick look is polite without being overly formal, way more natural than something stiff like, could you please assist me with this matter?
The response matters too. Not at all. Send it over. Short, warm, no hesitation. That kind of quick, easy yes is what makes a workplace feel supportive instead of stressful.
A pattern worth remembering. Do you have a second? I'm stuck on blank. Then, would you mind blank? 2 short questions, and you've asked for help clearly without over-explaining.
And always close with a genuine thank you. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Small phrase, but it makes people want to help you again next time.
Here's a slightly different version, asking for help with something bigger, not just a quick spreadsheet fix.
Hey, do you have a bit of time this week? I'd love a second opinion on my proposal before I send it to the client.
Sure, how about tomorrow morning? Send it over and I'll take a proper look.
That'd be great, thank you so much. I really want to make sure the pricing section makes sense.
This one names a specific time frame, this week, and a specific kind of help, a second opinion, rather than a vague, can you help me with something?
And flagging exactly what you're unsure about, I really want to make sure the pricing section makes sense, helps the other person focus their time where it actually matters.
Situation 4. Giving and receiving a bit of feedback. This one's delicate, because feedback can land badly even when the intention is good.
Hey, quick thing, I noticed the client email went out with the wrong date in it. Might be worth double-checking those before sending next time.
Oh, good catch. Thanks for flagging that. I'll be more careful going forward.
No worries at all, it happens to everyone.
Mia didn't soften this into vagueness. The client email went out with the wrong date is specific and factual, not, there might have been a small issue somewhere.
But it also wasn't harsh. Might be worth double-checking those before sending next time. Frames it as a helpful suggestion, not a criticism of Alex as a person.
And the response matters just as much. Good catch, thanks for flagging that. Takes the feedback well, no defensiveness, no over-apologizing either.
A pattern for giving this kind of feedback, quick thing, I noticed blank, might be worth blank next time. Specific observation plus a forward-looking suggestion.
And for receiving it gracefully, good catch, thanks for flagging that, or simply, thanks, I'll fix that. Both work well, calm and appreciative, not defensive.
One more version. This time when you're the one asking for feedback, instead of just receiving it out of nowhere.
Hey, do you have a minute to look over my draft before I send it out? Just want a second pair of eyes.
Sure, give me 5 minutes. Overall it reads well. I'd just tighten up the second paragraph a little. It repeats itself slightly.
Good call. I see what you mean. I'll trim that down.
Asking for feedback proactively, just want a second pair of eyes, shows confidence rather than insecurity. It's a completely normal, professional thing to request.
And the feedback itself stays specific and small. Tighten up the second paragraph, not a vague, it needs work. Specific feedback is always easier to act on.
Situation 5. Letting someone know you'll be out. Whether it's a sick day or just an appointment, this is one of the most common short exchanges in any workplace.
Hi, just a heads up, I'm feeling a bit under the weather, so I'll be offline today.
Thanks for letting me know. Feel better soon. I've got things covered here.
I really appreciate that. I'll check messages if anything urgent comes up.
No need. Just rest. We'll manage.
Just a heads up is a great, low-key way to open a message like this, and under the weather is a soft, common way to say you're not feeling well without going into detail.
Alex doesn't over-explain either. No long list of symptoms, just enough information for the message to make sense. And a clear plan. I'll be offline today.
And Mia's response models something worth copying too. Thanks for letting me know. Feel better soon. I've got things covered here. Reassuring, no guilt, no pressure to check in constantly.
A pattern for this one. Just a heads up, I'm blank, so I'll be blank today. Simple notice, plus a clear plan, that's genuinely all that's needed.
One more version, this time for a planned appointment rather than being sick, since the phrasing shifts slightly.
Hi, just a heads up. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow morning, so I'll be in around 11 instead of 9.
Thanks for the heads up. No problem at all. See you around 11 then.
So I'll be in around 11 instead of 9. Gives a clear, specific new arrival time, rather than a vague, I'll be a bit late tomorrow.
And there's no need to justify the appointment itself either. Dentist appointment is plenty of detail. Nobody needs the full story.
Situation 6. Handling a request that comes in last minute. This one's stressful for a lot of people, because saying yes to everything isn't realistic. But saying no feels risky too.
Hey, sorry for the short notice, but could you turn this around by end of day? The client moved up their deadline.
I can definitely try. I've got 2 other things going right now, so I might need to push one of them to tomorrow. Is that okay?
Yeah, that works. This one's the priority today.
She didn't just say a flat yes or a flat no here. I can definitely try shows willingness, and naming the trade-off, I might need to push one of them to tomorrow, makes the real cost visible instead of hiding it.
And asking, is that okay, hands the final decision back to Alex. Which is fair, since he's the one who understands the bigger priorities across the team.
A pattern worth keeping for this one. I can definitely try. I've got blank going on, so I might need to blank. Is that okay? Honest, flexible, and still genuinely helpful.
If the answer really has to be no, the same honesty works. Just adjust the ending. I don't think I can get to that today, though, is there someone else who could take it? Still calm, still solution-focused.
One last situation. Situation 7. Quick small talk before a meeting officially starts. It's short, but it sets the tone for everything that follows.
Hey, how was your weekend? Anything fun?
Pretty low-key, mostly just caught up on sleep. You?
Same, honestly. All right, should we get started?
Yeah, let's dive in.
It's brief on purpose, 2 short exchanges, nothing deep. How was your weekend? Anything fun is the standard opener, and pretty low-key or same, honestly, are both perfectly fine low-effort answers.
And the transition matters too. All right, should we get started? Is a clean, natural way to move from small talk into the actual meeting without it feeling like an abrupt switch.
You really don't need an interesting weekend story ready. Pretty quiet, same as usual, nothing too exciting, are all completely normal answers that keep the conversation moving without any pressure. Okay, let's recap everything we covered today, situation by situation, so you've got it all in one place.
Progress updates. I'm almost done. Just need to check a few numbers. And, no problem, I'll make sure it's on your desk by then. Also useful for longer projects. Just working on the numbers section now. Ready for review by tomorrow afternoon.
Speaking up in meetings, can I add something here? And I think blank might be a bit blank. Maybe we could blank instead. Plus, building on that, for agreeing while still adding your own idea.
Asking for help. Do you have a second? I'm stuck on blank. And would you mind taking a quick look? For bigger requests, do you have a bit of time this week? I'd love a second opinion on blank.
Giving and receiving feedback, quick thing. I noticed blank might be worth blank next time. And, good catch, thanks for flagging that. And if you're the one asking for it, just want a second pair of eyes.
And letting someone know you're out? Just a heads up, I'm blank, so I'll be blank today. Whether that's feeling unwell, or just running late for something planned.
And handling a last-minute request, I can definitely try. I've got blank going on, so I might need to blank. Is that okay? Honest about the trade-off, still genuinely helpful.
And quick small talk before a meeting starts. How was your weekend? Anything fun? And pretty low-key. Mostly just caught up on sleep. Short, easy, no pressure.
7 situations, 7 short patterns, and honestly, that covers a huge chunk of daily office communication right there.
None of them require advanced vocabulary either. Every single example today used plain, everyday words, said clearly and specifically.
Which is really the whole point. Sounding professional isn't about big words, it's about being clear, calm, and specific. Exactly like every example we just heard.
There's something else worth flagging too. Almost every good response today had the same shape. Acknowledge, then respond specifically. Good catch. Thanks for flagging that. No problem. I'll make sure it's on your desk by then. A short acknowledgement first, then the actual content.
That tiny habit alone, acknowledging before responding, makes conversations feel warmer and more collaborative, even when the content itself is completely ordinary.
If you only remember one thing from today, let it be that. Short, specific, and warm beats long, vague, and stiff. In basically every workplace conversation you'll ever have.
And one more small thing. Not a single example today included a long apology or excessive hedging. Nobody said sorry to bother you 5 times, or buried their point under 3 sentences of preamble.
That's genuinely a pattern worth copying on its own. State what you need or what's happening, add one detail, and let the conversation move forward naturally from there. Okay, homework for this week. Pick just one of these 6 situations, the one you run into most often, and actually write out your own version of that pattern.
Then look for a real moment to use it this week, even a small one. You'll feel how different it is having the exact words ready ahead of time, instead of scrambling for something to say.
You might feel a little self-conscious using it the first time, and that's completely normal. Most of these patterns only start feeling natural once you've actually said them out loud a couple of times, not just read them.
And if you've got a workplace conversation that trips you up regularly, one we didn't cover today, tell us in the comments. We're always building future episodes around what people actually need.
Whether that's something a manager said that confused you, or a situation you just never quite know how to open, we want to hear about it.
All right, that's it for today's episode.
Thanks so much for listening.